Welcome to Theorist. Jared Civin, you're the Headband Golfer, one of the biggest up-and-coming golf influencer personalities on the internet.
You're awesome, dude.
Anyone who's seen your page, it's a ton of fun. What's the handle for that?
It is at the Headband Golfer on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And thanks so much, Asher and DJ, for having me. It was a very warm welcome. And I don't know about biggest, but we're definitely up and coming. And we're just doing our best every day and grinding really hard and super passionate about golf and creating content and making people laugh and growing the game and the sport.
Who are the biggest right now? What's the bar?
The biggest?
What are you up against?
There are a lot of really good content creators. Bryson DeChambeau has like really changed the game. And for those who don't know who that is, Bryson is like a proper professional golfer. He's won the US Open 2 times. And then he made this like jump to start posting on like YouTube and Instagram and was the first professional golfer to kind of like break the mold of just being a professional golfer and like kind of be a content creator. So he's kind of like paved a new way. And then you have like a lot of just like really cool guys that are doing a lot of awesome stuff. Grant Horvat does a lot of videos with these professional golfers. He's kind of from my area. I had the chance to meet him when I was like a lot younger. And then I was actually in New York to play in a golf tournament for Country Club Adjacent, which they are like hilarious, the comedians. And I played in their tournament, the Matzo Ball, which was the first, I think first ever like Jewish like golf tournament of its kind.
That sounds like a Jewish prom night.
It was
Like
it was so much fun. Like actually those guys are so cool. And they're definitely kind of like the page that I would say like I am inspired by the most as like also being a Jewish content creator. Like I think like and someone who like is aspiring comic too. Like I do stand up sometimes.
Really?
Not very good, but you can ask Lukshay. By the way, shout out to Lukshay who set me up with Asher and DJ for the podcast today. Yeah, but you can ask him. I did stand up last time I was in New York at like 2 a.m. I forced them to come, but these guys are like stand up.
That was last night?
Last time I was in New York.
Oh, last time you were here.
But yeah, so definitely like, there are a lot of guys who are doing really, really cool and awesome things. And it's like, for me, it's about, taking inspiration from those guys, but then also having my own unique, fun twist on it where, the headband comes in. That's kind of like a...
Where did that come in from? Where did you get that?
So long story, mediumly long, but during COVID, my hair grew out really long. And I was playing tennis with my family, and my mom was like, you have to throw on a headband, like your hair is all in your eyes.
Look like a poodle.
Yeah, I just had hair everywhere. Because, in COVID, you either like shaved your head or you like let it grow out. I let it grow out. And I put on the headband, like this like little white headband. I was playing tennis with my whole family. I turned to my brother, who's 7 years older than me, and I go, dude, how hilarious do I look right now with this headband? Can you imagine how funny it would be if I started playing golf on this? That would be like the most outrageously hilarious thing ever, right? And he's like, yeah, that'd be hilarious. And at this time, like I was kind of looking to start a golf page. I never really took the game too seriously. Like I always played competitively, but I was the kid that like did crazy stuff in tournaments. Like I would hit like drivers on like par 3s and like kids would be like, get throwing their clubs and like thinking it's the Masters. And I would be there just like trying to have a ball because like, it's just a sport. I'm trying to have fun. Obviously I want to do good.
My knowledge of golf is Top Golf. I don't really know anything about it.
Okay.
I suck at it. I try to hit it like a baseball.
Yeah, but that's
what
still
are
cool
the
too.
terms? What are the golf terms?
There's so many. I don't know where really to start. I guess like I think like a pretty simple place would be like score and like par. So most courses will have a par. So like an average course will be a par 72 or 71 or 70. So that means if you are a very good golfer who shoots par, which is incredibly difficult, you shoot around that number. And par is the I would say just like I wouldn't say average, but the intended score for that hole. So if you play the hole as it is intended to be, you'll make a 4 or a 5 on that hole, which it all adds up at the end of the round to 72 or 71 or some shorter courses, 58 or whatever the par may be. So the goal is to shoot under par to make better than the intended score. But that is not how golf really works. And most times you either make par or make over par, especially if you're just starting out, you're going to shoot millions over. You're going to try to break 100 or try to break 90. But that's the great thing about golf is there's always different levels that you're at. And, everyone is like still playing. And like, even if it's for personal pride or personal new best, it's like, there is just so many layers to it and levels to it, where everyone starts out trying to break 100, and you break 100 and you try to break 90. And these are just different scores in relation to par. So it's like, and then break 70 and then compete in tournaments, and handicaps, another big term. Handicap is kind of what allows
Is
golf.
that why they all have golf, the golf carts?
No. Handicap is kind of like I would say, equilibrium system in golf. So it is what allows me as a scratch golfer, which is someone who shoots relatively close to par every time, to be able to play golf with someone who is a very new to the sport, like a beginner, and still have a pretty equal playing field. Because if my handicap is a 0 and there's a 36, which means I should be shooting 0 over par and they should be shooting 36 over par. That means if we're playing a match, I'll give you 36 shots.
It doesn't feel like you're giving them a head start and that like I'm better than you. And
well, everyone's at a different place.
Okay.
So it's like, if I'm playing a 36 handicap, we can still have a really fun time and a really competitive match. They get 36 shots. So at the end of the round, they'll take 36 shots off their score. And then we'll see where we're at. So it's like, that's the great thing about golf, is like, some of my favorite people to play golf with are people that are in a completely different skill level to my own. So I think that's like the really cool thing. And you can still have fun and, be competitive and just enjoy it, because there are things like handicap that allow it to kind of equal the playing field and give everyone like a fighting chance on the golf course.
This episode is brought to you by Theorist Studios. Right now, I'm filming in our first podcast studio location right here in Midtown Manhattan, 5 minutes from Penn Station. If you want to produce your own podcast, or if you're looking for a single episode session, we have 2 packages right now. We have our full production, which is you get 4 episodes per month. You get daily clips on social media, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere you want it. We promote the actual episodes also. We distribute all of it. Or you can come in and we just do single sessions where you can book the studio. You get 3 camera angles. You get up to 4 audio tracks. For rates, check out the website, theoristagency.com. That's theoristagency.com. Now, back to the episode. The main goal here is, number 1, what we've been doing, which is we know nothing about golf. So trying to understand at least the sport.
Yeah.
And more specifically, the influencer golf scene.
Yeah, 100%.
But also your whole story.
Yeah.
Because just meeting you in person, and we met last night for the first time, you have the craziest high energy personality. And so much drive.
Yeah.
Like you were telling me crazy things about how much effort you're putting into becoming this huge influencer golfer. So, and it's very clear that you're going to get everywhere you want to.
Thank you very much.
I don't think there's anyone that would meet you in person and would bet against you becoming pretty much whatever you want to do.
That's very special.
I want to hear
nice
your
say.
story.
And
Where's all of your
likewise,
story?
by the way, this is
Thank
like
you.
the coolest experience I've ever had. I was telling them, just like I was telling you guys earlier, just like, this is insane. Like, I'm in a podcast studio. The camera is so insane. Like, it's just like, honestly, a dream come true to be doing this. So thank you all so much again. And y'all are crushing it.
No problem.
Thank you.
But sorry, going back to what you were saying, can you repeat it? Sorry.
Yeah, just what is your story?
Okay, so going back,
We're in the middle of the story there.
Yeah, and like I said, I like to tell long stories, but essentially, I started wearing the headband on the golf course, just as kind of a joke at first. This is kind of the ultimate, the joke just went way too far kind of story. But I just like started wearing the headband, and just, I feel like it kind of embodied like who I am as a person, just like that kind of ball of energy, but the energy, just like, I don't want to take myself too seriously, you know? I just want to have fun. I think I'm I'm 21 years old, but I'm a kid. Like, I'm a man child, like 100%. And like, I have no problem admitting it. And I just want to have fun and like live my life to the fullest and wake up every day and enjoy what I do. But when I first started it, it was just kind of like a joke. Like, it's just something as a joke for fun. And I started posting on TikTok, kind of gained a little bit of following. And then I went to college and I just went cold turkey. Because I was so much more concerned with fitting in at college and, joining a fraternity, and I wanted to be a part of that. And when you post on social media and you have a following, even if it's small, and you're really working hard at that, it's one, scary for yourself because you're really putting yourself out there for the judgment of others, but it also scares others. People don't want to be in the spotlight. Most people don't like social media, or like scrolling on social media, don't like posting on social media. There's a lot of creators, but most people aren't creators, which is fine, like completely fine.
Our tagline is stop scrolling, start creating.
So, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So I just decided that like I was gonna give college like my full shot. And I stopped cold turkey, and I tried probably like 3 times to start Headband Golf, like the Headband Golfer, and post every day and that kind of stuff and regain my following. But I just did not have the drive or the momentum, or just the willpower. I was comfortable with my life at college, that all the social scene and everything I was doing there and classwork, that all seemed really important. I feel like for a little bit of time there, I kind of lost sight of the big picture and what I really wanted. But that's the great thing about college. I feel like I, right there at the end, found myself and, started asking the big questions when it starts wrapping up and, the curtains start closing and it's like, all right, well, now this is done. What's next? I realized that nothing that I was doing at college really was what I wanted to be doing.
What
And
did you study?
I studied, I changed like 4 times. Like I was like, started like sports broadcasting, and then I was business, and then I was like marketing. And when I was doing business, I was like, what am I doing? Like, I have no interest in like anything I'm learning. Like I'm like taking financial accounting right now. Like I have no idea what's going on. And obviously like important skills, but so then I finally ended up doing media production, which is like, was a perfect major right there. Like my last like year and a half, I just finished out with that degree. And like right in my last like 6 months of college, I just like had this kind of like, revelation where I was just, this is what I want to be doing with my life. I've known this for so long, but I haven't committed to it, and I haven't had the belief in myself to commit to this 100%. And I think with anything, whether it's golf content creation, whether that's content creation in general, or anything you want to do in life, it doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how much energy you have or anything. If you are not obsessed and want it more than anything else, and we're willing to 100% dedicate yourself to it, it won't happen. So the first step in doing anything is just that belief in yourself and that internal commitment to, I am going to do this every single day, whether I gain 10 followers or whether I gain 10,000. So it was that first step I took, and this was in December, that led me ultimately to where I'm at now, which is 6,000 followers, starting to get somewhere, and hopefully where I'm going, even if it's not social media. It's that obsession. I think about Mr. Beast. I'm just going on kind of a tangent here. Mr. Beast, and like he'd probably say it himself, is not the most charismatic guy in the world. Like you watch his videos, he's kind of a socially awkward guy, like honestly, like, but he is the most respectfully.
Mr. Beast is obviously watching this podcast.
Yeah, obviously. If Mr. Beast, you're watching this, big fan. But he was the most obsessed human being. And he says this, like I've watched a bunch of his podcasts and stuff. He just was like more dedicated and more obsessed than anyone else has ever been in YouTube. And he studied it. And he spent, I remember the first video I saw of his was like him saying Logan Paul like 100,000 times. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he just wanted it more than.
He like cut a plastic table with plastic knives.
Yeah,
did crazy stuff.
Insane. Just realized that this is what he wanted to do with his life, and just was willing to do absolutely anything to get there.
He said he hasn't spent a waking hour without thinking about YouTube in the past like 15 years.
Yeah, I'm not even close to there, but I just love golf, and I've always loved making people laugh and connecting with people, and I love that creative side of my brain where it's just like thinking of ideas and getting excited. Like that's a great feeling, like being excited about something where you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. I have to do this right now. Like that's an awesome feeling. And you don't get that, at least for me. Like I'd worked a corporate internship and I just like didn't have that feeling one time. There was not one thing that in that job that genuinely made me feel excited, made me feel creative, and that's important to me. Everyone has their different values and things that they enjoy to do, but to me, like creating and like meeting people and golf is like are the most like fun, important things, to the point where, like I was telling y'all, we met a day ago. I slept in my car 2 nights ago after getting 3 hours of sleep the night before and playing 18 holes in a golf tournament in the Matzo Bowl. I slept in my car directly from that at Bethpage Black. from midnight until 3 a.m. I slept in my car, got up, got
That's
a
a
ticket.
nap. That's not even
Yeah,
sleep.
it wasn't even sleep. It wasn't even my car. It was my friend's car. I went straight from this tournament to my friend's house in Long Island. He drove us to the golf course. We slept in his car. We got a ticket to play Bethpage Black, which is like one of the hardest golf courses in the world. They're hosting the Ryder Cup there. So essentially, we slept in our car just to get absolutely beat up by this golf course. And it was the most fun experience of my life. I was on a high afterwards. I couldn't even sleep the next night because I just was so happy that I did that. And it's just like, it had my cup was so filled up because I'm just like, this is like, I'm doing this, like, and I filmed a ton of content. So yeah,
And then last night, no sleep either.
Yeah,
You've been on a bender of just no sleep.
Yeah, just when you're so.
And you're still here today with so much energy.
I know it's a little bit of adrenaline, but it's also because like I love this. I just absolutely love this, and this is me like living out my dream. Whether or not this is obviously small scale, but I think like in terms of not this podcast is small scale.
No, I got you.
But I'm saying like. Shit.
It is.
No.
It is.
I mean in terms of like where I like am traveling and like all this stuff right now. Like I meant in terms more of like my own following. Like it's still small scale right now, and
in comparison to everywhere you're gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
But this is like the most fun part, right? It's like
to look back at it.
Yeah, this is like probably anyone who's got millions of followers wishes they could probably go back to the start and like just be grinding and meeting people and doing it. So I'm just enjoying like every second of that. So
I want to know, why do old people like golf so much?
Why is Trump like kicking it on the golf course?
Have you ever heard this saying? It's like, this is like a meme from Instagram, but it's like men just mature from Xbox to golf. It's like when once you've stopped playing your whatever sport it is, basketball or soccer. I was a soccer player. Once you physically can't do that anymore, like you get injured, golf is the natural progression. Like it's just like the next step for a lot of guys, like because you can play for, you can play until my grandfather passed away at 100 and he was playing golf in his 90s.
How far is he hitting the ball? Like that's like a par what?
Well, that's another great thing is there's a lot of different ways that, again, like
he'd probably be better than me. Like
well, he was a great golfer, but
yeah,
I mean, everyone starts somewhere. But there are different tees, so you can tee it up farther forward and like play from shorter distances.
Okay, fine.
So like that, if you're like a beginner to the game of golf, I would always play from the very forward tees. That way, like it's a lot easier and you get the hang of things. And then as you get better and you hit the ball farther, you can go backwards, and you get older and you hit the ball shorter, you can go back to going forward. So it's like, but I don't know necessarily what exactly it is. I think what makes old people love the game of golf so much is what makes me love the game of golf so much at the same time. It's just like the competition, the socialization, being immersed in nature for 4.5 hours.
It's a sick vibe.
Yeah, there's something, I think there's honestly even something spiritual about it. Like that's a crazy thing to say, but like for me, there is like, you feel like you're just immersed in a completely different world. And that's like just a really special thing. Like you can go from, like I was in Long Island yesterday and like you get onto the golf course and you're in the streets and like whatever, the cars are going by and you get on the golf course and it's just like peaceful. No, like, you know what I mean? There's no houses. In Florida, there's a lot of houses on the course.
Got the backyards,
Yeah. But it's just like, you're just transported into this completely different world where for the next 4 hours, the only thing that matters is you, your buddies, and hitting the golf ball around. And I think that's just like, there's not many other places, especially how fast paced the world is today, where you can, I mean, I'm not doing because I'm filming a lot of my stuff, but you can kind of like disconnect and just like ground yourself. I think that's a really special thing.
Are you losing any of that? Like what you were saying by making content? Are you like, is the sport changing a little bit for you, the way that you view it?
I wouldn't say so. I just, for every round that I film like a bunch, I'll play a round where I don't film at all. Like I'll just make a conscious effort to be more intentional with my golf and like what I'm doing on the course. So like yesterday, for example, I played 18 holes and I filmed one hole. I said, all right, I'm going to film this one hole. So I'm going to get one clip for a short form video. And then the rest, my phone's going to be in my bag. So that's like 3.5 hours that I just enjoyed being out there, not even looking at my phone. And then one hole where I, take out my phone. And the day before I recorded every single shot, which definitely is a little tiring, but it's also exciting. It's just a different type of excitement. You're thinking, wow, this is going to be cool. Like when
Is
I
that
get to
all
edit
for
this.
one video?
Yeah, this is going to be for a YouTube video. So I played Bethpage Black, which is like one of the hardest courses in the world, from the back tees and seeing what I can shoot. So it's going to be.
How did you do?
Honestly, I did a lot better than I thought I was going to do, especially considering not much sleep. But it was the most fun I've had on the golf course in like so long. Like I felt really bad for my playing partners, especially the two random guys we got paired with, because I was just like, hey, do you mind filming this? Because I forgot my tripod. But other than that, they were great sports about it. I had so much fun, and I enjoy filming on the course too, as long as it's not too slow, and I can still definitely as an adjustment, figuring out like what's the best way to go about filming and making content on the golf course without kind of losing that special part of the game that I was mentioning.
What are the best YouTube video formats or even social media formats within the golf entertainment space?
That's a great question. So right now, something that's really popular on YouTube golf is hater matches. Like, yeah.
Like a KSI versus golf situation.
Kind of. So especially I've had a little bit of hate comments, like anyone who posts on social media. That's just a part of the game.
That means you're doing something right.
Yeah, I haven't had too much hate comments, but we got a few. So I need more haters. But especially like these guys that play that are like less not professional golfers, like social media like guys, right? They're not professional golfers. They'll get so much hate from like just random people on the internet, like just saying how terrible their swings are, how they would crush them. So like a big kind of popular video right now is this like hater format where they're like Barstool Riggs, for example, is like a golfer from Barstool, and he plays like the people that just like troll him in the comments. And those are like doing really well. And then short form is just like, I feel like with short form, it's all about like being creative and making something new. Cause by the
way, DJ's slickly opening one of these Jekka, Hicka. We had these in the office randomly. I picked these up. Thought they were weird. They have the weirdest flavors. This one's like almonds and dates. What do you have over there?
This one is matcha plus seeds.
What do you have?
Coconut and curry.
That's crazy. It's like breakfast time. I guess curry.
That's why I'm starving.
Is curry a breakfast food? Let's see. I can't even open this.
Oh,
wow. This is actually.
DJ and I were watching this comedy video from, I think Garrett something. You showed me his account.
Garrett Clark.
Yeah, and it was so funny. It was like this girl comes up in a golf cart. And she's like, let me see the swing. Let me see the swing. You saw that video?
Oh, and he like tops it.
And he's like, like, we're injured. Let's fake an injury. Punches him in the face. And but the style was very like Trevor Wallace-y. It was very comedic and very like well executed, like from a production standpoint.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've seen that video. It's cool because Garrett doesn't really do as much comedy stuff. So like that video is really different. By the way, yeah, this is actually. I didn't think this was going to be that tasty, like looking at it, but it's actually really good.
Does it taste like matcha?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't really. I'm confused.
Top 3 golf snacks.
Top 3 golf snacks. Wow, that's a great question. Like Welch's fruit snacks.
Really?
That's an all timer. I feel like any sort of like beef jerky. Or like if any of South Africans are watching, biltong. My parents are from South Africa. That's like a classic. That's only the South Africa snack though. And then maybe one of these Jekka bars. I don't know. I think like a bar, just like a classic bar.
It's 4 hours, right? You're out there for a long time.
It's a while. I think like I'm not a big hot dog guy, but like
actually good.
Hot dog at the turn is popular.
That's a real thing?
Yeah.
While you're playing or as a fan?
Like halfway through the round, there's like Pardon?
You grab some glizzy.
Yeah, exactly. Halfway through the round, there's like typically at most courses, there's 2 nines. This is another golf thing. So like most courses are 18 holes, front 9, back 9. Typically nines take 2 hours. So a cool thing is also like when you're just starting out, you can just go play 9 holes. You know, most courses have a 9-hole rate. It's still
Wait, so it's half the time of a regular game?
yeah. So 9 holes is half the time of 18 holes. And then in between the front,
I could do 18 holes in mini golf and like.
yeah, quick.
You know,
Yeah.
boom.
18 holes of really regular golf. Depends on the course, but takes a while. But there's like a halfway house or like a snack bar that typically will sell like hot dogs, and people like love getting getting a glizzy at the turn. It's like a huge golf thing. People love that. I'm not a hot dog
How do
guy.
hot dogs just like stick its way into every sport?
I don't
They're
know.
They just like, I'm a sport food.
I think of golf as being so classy, and the fact that people are eating hot dogs on a golf course. is hilarious.
Yeah, it's so. I actually just made a video where I ate 9 hot dogs in 9 holes. My last YouTube video. I'll never eat another hot dog again.
And it's
feel like-
beer too, right?
Yeah, hot dog. People like drinking on the golf course.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. There's just like, especially now with how many people do play golf, there's so many different ways to be a part of the sport. You know, like it's like the way I kind of like the headband golf kind of like is like my. By the way, before I forget,
Is it expensive?
Yeah, that's the thing. But I brought you guys
wow.
both custom
yes.
headband golf headbands.
Are these pre-sweated in?
I plead the fifth.
Get some free Acme.
With the
I
OG
think
logo.
they are. I think at least one of those are pretty washed. Like that. That's good. Yeah, this is one of the. This is before the rebrand. There's another rebrand coming. Yeah, awesome. You look great.
I didn't realize that's what a halfway house was. Because I always heard that term. I'm like, what is a halfway house?
I think there's halfway houses in golf, and then there's halfway houses like out of golf as well.
Does it mean something else?
I think halfway house is like not in a golf term, is like a place where like if you're out of rehab,
like
you'll go
if-
to be like reintegrated back into.
Right. Not the same thing.
I feel
Yeah.
like this doesn't work.
So it's kind of I prefer to say like most courses we call like a snack bar, halfway house, comfort station, but it's just something like in between 9 holes where you can get some food.
I think it's like a
some drinks.
Hathaway house, maybe. I don't know. For the girl, like the kids.
No, that's the same thing.
It's the same word.
Halfway house, yeah. I'm pretty. I don't know.
How do you rock this? I feel like I'm not. doing it right.
You're killing it. By
I'm
the
killing
way,
it?
this is actually, especially with the, I gotta do that as well. Get the keepa
the
as
keepa
well.
on?
It looks amazing.
Nice brown.
I feel like
keeper.
Matt
Yeah.
Stoney right now. You know Matt
Yeah, it's
Stoney?
great. You gotta straighten it out a little bit, just so other way. So my face, my silhouette is in the center.
There's this dude. He does like he eats food in random countries. Totally cracked out. Super American dude, and he'll go to like eat street food in this random, I don't know, like Malaysia.
Until he gets food
And
poisoning.
he wears like he wears headbands, and it's
Really?
so American.
Is he the guy that's eating in different countries until he gets food poisoning, until he gets sick?
No, that's another guy.
Okay.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, my brother knows that guy. I love those videos.
He's
Those
crazy.
videos are
You see
great.
like the Indians, and they're just like cooking with their hands.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm sure
it's very
I think it's like over exaggerated for views.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's actually that gross. It can't be.
I don't know.
For who's the interesting?
Going back to golf.
Who is the dream collab and what's the video?
Oh wow, that is such a great question.
Because you're one day away from just that happening.
You'll meet them like eventually. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, that is such a
Who have you met? Also?
okay. Oh, I've met a lot of the guys now. Like I've said, I met Grant, which is like he's probably I would say like one of the biggest, if not the biggest golf influencer right now. He's huge. He does a lot of videos, professional golfers. But like I mentioned at the start, Bryson DeChambeau is like he's a professional golfer, but now he's a content creator. So he does all this mixed content stuff. I would love to do a video with Bryson, some sort of like match. And if we win, like whatever the stroke difference, he has to be sponsored by the head. Like he has to wear a headband in his next like tournament.
Oh wow.
And like if I don't know what the punishment would be.
How
if I
would that
lost.
happen?
I don't know. It's a
You would have to have a bad punishment.
yeah. I don't know
make that
what.
the deal.
Yeah, I don't know what. It probably is not even possible because his sponsors like would never allow that. But I don't know. I'm just gonna dream for a second here. But yeah, there's also these guys. Bob Does Sports that make like hilarious. Oh no, you're so good.
Bob Does Sports.
They make hilarious videos. I think doing something with them would be fun. The guys who I played in this golf tournament with, that are actually the guys that ran the golf tournament, the matzo ball this week, Country Club adjacent. They're awesome guys who I would love to like make some sort of comedy golf video with long form in the future. But there's just like so much that maybe I need to do a better job of like maybe writing out some of these like big goal ideas. But I think
Gotta manifest.
yeah,
it.
I gotta manifest it. I haven't been manifesting it. I don't know what my dream video
Are there
is.
collabs happening? Like besides just like these influencers and golfers, are there collabs with content creators, or it's not really built out yet? Like you see food videos and they're doing collabs all the time.
Yeah, with other food creators or just creators in general.
Either, both.
Yeah, the golf content creators, I would still say it's pretty like niche. Like golf content, like even though it feels to me like there's a lot of golf content creators, it still is pretty niche. So like once you've kind of established yourself, there's a lot of leeway to make collabs with other creators. And like I've started the process of kind of becoming friends with other creators and trying just to like that's what I've kind of
Networking.
yeah, networking.
Isn't
you know?
golf like half
Oh,
networking?
it's the best place to network in the world. And again, go back to your earlier statement. Why do old people love golf so much? It's the if you're in business and you're a good golfer, like that's you don't do business in the office. You do business on the golf course.
Do you need to be good, or can you just like be there?
You know what? Like it helps. It always helps to be a good golfer, but you can be a very average golfer, but be someone that people love to play with. If you bring good vibes, if you play quick, if you compliment others, you don't take it too seriously. But the worst people to play with are the ones that take the game so seriously to the point where they're throwing clubs and they're not fun to be around because they're taking it. And I listen, like golf is frustrating. Like there have definitely been times where I've gone frustrated enough where I could throw a club, but for the most part, I try to always remind myself it's just a game. It's about having fun. It's about socializing. It's about, enjoying yourself. And you play good, you play good. But if not, you don't. But my dad always taught me, like starting out, it doesn't matter how good you are. Play fast, compliment others, pay your money out. Like if you put money, pay it out, and people will always play with you.
What money's going down? Is it like a big betting scene?
It depends. Like I always like to throw just like a few bucks on matches here and there. Just
so
like,
it's even more expensive.
Oh yeah.
Like clubs like that, how much? You know, whatever. I'm sure they're expensive.
I don't know the exact value. Like a brand new driver, like it will be like $600. Like
Sheesh.
what I mean, it's not a cheap hobby for sure.
And then to get onto the court, how much? Or the
it depends on the
course.
Yeah,
There
the course.
we go.
It depends on how much for example, there's 3 tiers of golf courses. Private golf courses, which means you can only play there if you are a member, like you pay dues to be there, or a guest of a direct member. I played with a member of a really nice course in Long Island yesterday. Awesome, great time. Very grateful for him having me
as a guest.
Mm-hmm. The day before I played,
and that's nothing. That's just networking. That's
you sometimes pay a guest fee, or they got to pay for you to be out there, or you got to pay. But it depends on the club as well, like or the person you're playing with will cover you. But a membership at these courses are very, very expensive most of the time. But then there's public golf, or there's semi-private golf, which means you can be a member at this place and pay dues, be cheaper. But it is also open to the public, so you can play there and not be a member. You can play anytime, and it might be a little bit more expensive to play, but you don't have to be a member. And then there's public golf, which just means no memberships, open to everyone. So Bethpage, the course I slept in my car to play, is a very famous public golf course. So anyone can play there, but because it's so popular, you have to sleep in your car to play.
Really?
So yeah, we had to sleep in our car to get a tee time there, but anyone could get out there. And for New York residents, it's $70, which sounds like a lot, but like for golf in of that caliber, it was a pretty cheap round for. I mean, and then there's also like small 9-hole courses and things like that that can be like, you know, $15 to $30. So just I grew up. This is actually a pretty funny story. So when I first started playing golf, there was a course 5 minutes from my high school. So it was like down the road from my high school. And I was 14, so I didn't have a license or anything. So every day after school was when I first started playing. My dad would pick me up, drive me to this course. It was across the street from the Rapids Water Park in West Palm Beach. And it was called Lone Pine Golf Club. It doesn't exist anymore. But it was probably the worst course in America. This place, I think it was like $10. $10.
Cheaper than mini golf.
I mean, like cheaper than most things, right? Cheaper than Chipotle bowl. Like you go, you pay $10. There's one guy. He's the pro shop. He's the guy in the pro shop. He's the guy on the range. He does everything. There's just one guy who ran the whole course. And you pay $10. You take out a cart. You go play. And then like at like 5 p.m. he would come around and he would take out all the pins. And you'd say, all right, just aim at the middle of the green. So this place was like not a good golf course, but it played. Like that was what I like, you know, I didn't have the connections or, you know, like the ability to be playing at these nice courses, but this course was perfect for me. I was a beginner golfer. I could go there every day. It's the bunny slopes, exactly. Every day and pay $10. And it's still probably like my top 5 favorite courses of all time. I'm so sad they shut it down.
What's there now?
Like houses. Okay. I know it's devastating. Like I would also have my annual event, the Headband Holiday Classic there. And we would all play, like we put like 17 of us in like one group.
I feel like that would be like Danny Duncan's like golf course, like the crappiest golf course. Just like gets everybody there.
Yeah, so sweet. And I love golf courses like that because it's just like, it's inclusive to everyone. It's friendly enough to where you can play every day there, but it's still golf and it's still hard and you can get a lot better playing at a course like that. Like I became a 30 handicap to a 12 handicap. Like I improved like, you know, 18 shots playing exclusively at this course every day after school for $10. I'm a 1 handicap. So it means I'm like a scratch essentially. But yeah, it fluctuates, but yeah. So, I mean, just for context, a professional golfer on the PGA Tour, their average handicap, if they had one, they don't have them, would be like a plus like 7, which is insane. Like
how old are the pros?
There are pros on the tour as young as 20 years old to 50. So that's like another thing that's really cool. It's like you have guys that are like 66 years old. Like Bernhard Langer is a guy that's like on the senior tour. I don't even know how, I mean, he's like 66, 67. And he'll like beat these like 20-year-olds. And in like no other sport can this happen. Can you have a 66-year-old man beating 20-year-olds that are professionals? Like that's not a thing.
Do you think you could get pro?
Well, actually right now on my Instagram, the challenge that I started when I committed myself to posting was 365 days to PGA. Give myself 365 days to make the PGA Tour. We're not even close, boys. Like we're not even close. But it's one of those things where it's like, if I could get good enough to do it, like hypothetically, say something just clicks, like I hit the ball good enough, I hit it long enough. You know, there definitely, my game needs to improve a lot. But if for whatever reason it clicked and I just like started shooting crazy scores, like yeah, like maybe. Right now though, we're not there, but like might as well give it a go. But I think as I've started posting more, I've realized my dream is more to be a full-time golf content creator than it is to be a professional golfer.
You should make your own golf course, like a content creator's golf course.
Yeah, that sounds
that'd
awesome.
be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. And
right where that place used to be.
Yeah, if we can raise the funds for, we build it exactly the same. We make it even worse. It's just the worst. We call it the worst golf course. This is a video idea. See this vibe. Call it the worst golf course in America.
It's like one of those big signs with an arrow. It's like
it's just dirt. I just put holes in the ground and I host a massive tournament there. And I like just, it's a big prize for the person who wins the worst golf tournament in America.
We should do that as a series. Go to the worst. No, go to the best. I don't know.
I actually want to start doing that. Going to the lowest. Like, have you seen Ryan Trahan?
Yeah, but the Yelp reviews.
Yeah, he's like amazing. Like he makes amazing content, super creative. But he does the like yet 1-star Yelp reviews. And I actually had an idea to start. I actually started doing like course reviews, like reviewing 1-star golf courses, but find something positive in it, because that's the thing is like every golf course can like, maybe it's like $15-20.
Like what you were saying about that $10 golf
Exactly.
course, how there's so much beauty in it.
Yeah, it's such a special place in my heart, even though it's the worst golf course of all time. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like at the same time, it's the best golf course. It's like those really bad golf courses are also at the same time the best. So I think like doing a series like that, but in a really positive manner where I'm just like shining love and like to these like really like old golf courses or beat up golf courses would be like really special. So I think that's something that I definitely have on my radar. So it's actually not a crazy shout at all.
Are you pro golf carts or anti golf carts on the course?
In Fortnite.
Like the driving ones.
No, I mean pro. I don't think that's like a big debate, but like
Everyone uses them?
no, people walk too. I think it's really nice to like walk sometimes when you play. But carts are great because it speeds up things, so it's not like super slow. But carts are great. I enjoy walking and I enjoy riding in a golf cart. There's pros and cons to both.
You mentioned Brian Trahan. You mentioned Mr. Beast earlier. Like, who you're pulling inspiration from for like your YouTube videos and
Everyone that I can. I've been trying to study a lot of like what works and like what it's crazy. It's like really the content's important, like the actual content of your videos, but it's so much more about your like voice inflections and like your like how long is your video and
like
how
Lakshay was saying, you got that influencer voice. You have that.
Well, it's like put on. It's like, is this the strangest golf course in America? Like you have to do that, like, because it is the way that our brains work now with social media. It's not like super grabby, like you're gonna lose the attention.
Like the bell noise. Ding.
Yeah. So my post production is pretty weak, but like you gotta just make it grabby and like get people's attention. I think I was looking at y'all's like pocket clips, but they're great. They're super snappy and like the captions are important and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely like I take inspiration wherever I can. I mentioned a few times out country club adjacent.
Oh yeah.
But I took a lot of, they did like a series like Jewish country club reviews, which like I loved. And then like I now like have made videos like reviewing country clubs and like that has done well. And then like videos like there's this girl, Gabby Golf Girl, who like she has a ton of followers. I met her recently in Jupiter, like randomly. But she does
Jupiter.
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Jupiter, Florida. Yeah, not the planet. But she like had videos where she like would like challenge people. This is also like a popular thing. You challenge people for like $100 to beat you in a hole. So I do a lot of that now, where it's like I'm actually losing every cent I have right now. I'm like this is not profitable right now for me. But it's one of those things where it's like I'm either like going broke or I'm going big. Like
that's like you just bet 100 and you wouldn't win anything.
You wouldn't win anything. Yeah.
It was just one-sided.
Well,
it's either you lose 100 or you just are zero.
Yeah.
That's a crazy bet.
No, it's a terrible bet. And they called me the donation in college. I'm living up to my name. Like it's bad business for sure, but it's I'm investing into the content and like eventually like yeah, obviously this is coming out of my own wallet right now, but like hopefully a brand sees it and they're like, hey, we want to give you the the money to do these videos and just plug us at the end, just like shout out to my sponsor, I don't know, Kaushi, like they do a lot of stuff.
Or like the club.
Or I don't know if I could, or whatever. Yeah, I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with anyone. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, I don't know, whatever the brand may be, like that would be sweet. Like that would be a sweet deal to like what's it called? Have like a sponsor to give me the money and funds to do these like $100 giveaways or whatever.
That would be so sick if you could, because a lot of these girls, it's half dating show, half golf, right?
Yeah.
So if you could have some other, I'm not just a golfer, you get this new audience.
What do you mean by that? The half dating show, half golf?
So if you wanted to compete with all these just pro golfers who their main content is how to be really good at golf and competitive games, you can add in this new element where it's now we have people who are interested in relationships, dating, and golf. And you don't have that.
You're saying the girls are hot, and that's why it's relationships.
No, I think they have a lot of the formats are built in also. Like they'll have Nelk does it also, where they're not just playing golf. They'll do getting drunk and sort of the party culture
Yeah.
along with golfing. So that might be one way into it, is if you go sort of the roundabout way.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal with any content, especially in niche content, is to make content that is so understandable to everyone that it breaks out of your niche. So it's like if I have a video that gets 1 million views, like most of the people that are going to see that are not like necessarily golfers, but it's because it's a really good video that has these other elements, like whatever it may be. Like I'm not like, I don't really make videos like drinking and whatnot, like, but I do a lot of like gambling content, like kind of like that,
Or rating
like,
the food.
rating the food. Like, yeah, like I have a series idea that I'm gonna do where it's like finding the best food at a like the best golf course food in the world. So every course I go to, I'm gonna get a food item and I'm gonna rate it and I'm gonna put it in my ranking. Like this is now the number one. The number one. Oh yeah, that could be cool too.
Yeah,
S,
cool.
yeah. This is now the number one like golf course food in the world, and then like keep ranking the food. And it's like, all right, this is now the number, like this goes in my number whatever spot, you know. And just like every course I go to, because I love food too, and that's like that's attracting golfers, but it's also attracting foodies, and it's just you know what I mean, people that live in the area, and they're like, oh shoot, I live in I don't know, like Plymouth, Massachusetts. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my head.
Random places.
I don't know. Just naming random things, but because that was another thing. Like I made a video reviewing Miami Shores Country Club, and it found its target audience. Like it really did, because then all these people in Miami start seeing it. Like I'll like visit Miami, like commented on my post, like, oh, thanks for coming out or whatever. Like that's not like a golf account, but because it was in Miami, people who are from Miami are like, ooh, this guy's in Miami, like, and he's checking out the golf course. Like, I hope it's good because I'm prideful to be in Miami, like that kind of thing. So that's the ultimate goal, is to make content that's so good and so it appeals on so many different levels that it's not golf content. It's just enjoyable videos.
On a different note, I know DJ loves men's fashion, and golf is a sport with a lot of fashion. A lot of clothes come from it. DJ, you have any questions on men's fashion and golf wear?
No, but it would be interesting. I was just thinking that for all these big golfers also, if you have that other sort of pitch, like if you're pitching them on, I want to do this golf course food video or a golf course fashion video with you, they're not getting pitched by 1,000 people every day. Make this challenge video with me. It's like it's a new concept for them that could actually add variety to their channel.
And you're saying to
even a Bryson DeChambeau.
Excuse me.
Yeah. For him, he's not doing rating food on the golf course.
No, 100%. I think once I'm established, you know, and have, I don't know, whatever the reach or the followers, then like opportunities like that will become a lot more possible.
Or even you go to the course that he's at,
yeah,
and then you're just like, try this hot dog with me.
Trust me, I'm the king.
Like
I'm the king of infiltrating. Like I will just insert myself into these spots. Like if I see someone that's like a big golf influencer is at whatever course that's near me, I'm showing up. And like,
do they love it or hate it?
Like it depends. It depends on how I come across. Sometimes maybe a little bit of both. It depends on the person. But like, it's one of those things where it's like every opportunity that you don't take is an opportunity missed. And like maybe it backfires, but like at least I can say I tried. You know,
if you disturb a game, is that like really bad?
If you disturb a game,
if you disturb it, like you're like, yo, how are you? And they're like, get away from me. I'm playing golf right now.
Like I'd say there's a thing in golf like bad etiquette. So it's like proper etiquette, which is important. Like I obviously don't take the game too seriously, but like you want to be respectful of others. So like I wouldn't. It depends on like the situation, obviously. Like I wouldn't just interrupt some like random person's like golf match, or like if people were like good, for example, Garrett Clark's brand, if they were filming like a big match or something, I don't know if I felt really bold, I would like find a moment to like go say what's up and try to insert myself into the video. But I'd probably just wait for it to wrap and then be like after the round, I'd probably just like wait like however many hours until it wrapped and then be like, hey man, like let's. And I've actually met Garrett once at this like big tournament in Scottsdale, which again was a situation where it was like I took a big gamble on myself to go to this tournament in Scottsdale, essentially just to like insert myself into the space and like allow people to know like, hey, I'm real. And like I was trying to give my headbands to like all the golf influencers. Because I think like that's also when you have so many people, like I'm not saying it's crazy, but when you have hundreds of thousands of followers, you know, and you're meeting people all the time, every day, it's like you have to try to differentiate yourself. So that way they, at least they remember you for the next time they see you, right? Because how many times do people, oh, what's up, man? Like, nice to meet you. Like, I love your videos. Like, they're not going to remember everyone that comes up to you, but they'll probably remember if someone comes up to them and like, hey, take my golf headband and wear it, please. And they'll be like, nah, not for me, man. I'm like, no worries. I'm the headband golfer, by the way. I'm doing content. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're all good, dude. But like, this is my thing. I'm doing content. I'm going to blow up. And like, now you remember me. Like, I just flew to Arizona to do this. Like, but it's like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going for it. Like,
I love
like,
the energy, by the way.
And like, it's just like, but the thing is,
What does yours say?
yeah, I don't know.
Same thing, probably, right?
You like it?
It's just a logo.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Self plug real quick, but I'm actually coming out with some new like headband golf merch, and I haven't launched it officially or anything yet. This is not like my brand or anything, but I love this shirt. I think it's a super cool, like kind of fashion-y golf shirt.
At first, I thought it said Gucci, but I'm like, it's missing some letters.
It says golf. It's close though.
Yeah.
But I actually I've designed like a new really cool logo, not this one, or like a new logo. And hopefully in the next few months, it's been taking me a while. I'm just like, I'm really like, I've never figured out how to, I've never like tried to start my own fashion brand. Like I'm not a very like artistic guy, like in terms of that kind of stuff. But I know what I like when I see it. And like, I'm hopefully in the next month or so, maybe by the end of summer, we'll have like a full setup Shopify where you can buy headbands and like t-shirts and stuff like that. Maybe I'll just start with like, I'm planning on starting with like small drops, like limited edition kind of stuff. And then like seeing if that sells and whatnot, maybe even like print on demand, that kind of thing. So.
That's
cool.
sick. Last question. On that same note, what are you actually supposed to wear when you're golfing?
Collared shirt. It depends. I actually love wearing t-shirts on the golf course when it's allowed. Some courses are chill about it, mostly public courses, but most of the time you have to wear a collared shirt, golf shorts, a belt tucked in, that kind of thing, depending on the club.
You have to tuck in.
Depending on the club. Like private courses, yeah. Like public courses, you're probably fine not tucking in your shirt, but never a bad look. And then of course you got to wear headbands. Like that's kind of like, I think people have kind of got this misnomer that hats are what you're supposed to wear on the golf course.
Visors,
but
those are crazy.
Visors are okay. Like, but like, I just think people, I don't know why people have been wearing hats. I mean, golf's a headband sport. No, I'm joking.
That
Obviously,
was pure rage bait. That was so
yeah, but golf is, I mean, obviously I'm one of the very few people that wear headbands on the course. I think it might.
It could grow.
I think it's just a cool thing.
There are others?
I mean, girls sometimes wear headbands. Like girls would just like want to hold back their hair, which might be my market segment. Honestly, just make a bunch of women's golf headbands with like my logo. I don't know.
Get on it.
Yeah,
it's a crazy way to make a living.
Yeah, it's gonna be the content, and then it's gonna be the headbands. But I have a lot of I have ideas for like really cool designs, and I want my whole kind of clothing brand just all to be about like, don't take yourself or golf too seriously. It's kind of like the golf brand for the non-golfer. That's kind of like my slogan. It's like you can be a scratch golfer and wear this clothes, and you can never play golf in your life and wear it, because I want it to appeal to that brand of like, just like enjoy yourself, enjoy golf, like, stand out, don't be afraid to be different. Like kind of, this is something I forgot whose brand this is, but be the echo, be the shout, not the echo. Friend said, I forgot whose brand that is, but that's not original. That's, but yeah, like that's kind of like the idea we're going for.
And
Like
it's a good symbol for people too, because if you're on a course and you see someone wearing it, you're like,
what?
That's someone who's with me. They get it.
Yeah. But you're almost
uptight.
like, what the heck is this guy doing? It's almost, I've made my life really difficult on the golf course because I have to work overtime to show people like, hey, I'm actually a golfer, and like I know what I'm doing because I'm wearing the headband. But at the same time, like I think that's what it's about. It's like eventually people shouldn't even care. Who cares if you wear a headband? Who cares if you wear a hat? Like it's about having fun, right? Don't take yourself too seriously. Wear a headband, stand out. It's so different on a golf course, and it's so unique that I think it's awesome, right? It is honestly just hilarious. Like we're sitting here all just wearing headbands. Like how can you not be smiling and laughing? Like
It's crazy that it stands out so much. It's really not like so much.
It's a lot.
Look at you. You get the full
Yeah, it's
Karate
all
Kid.
crazy.
It's a
Yeah.
costume.
It is a costume.
It's kind of like an
But
alter
also, it's,
ego
like,
for
it's
me.
very
It'll be-
relaxing. It has
it
like
fits on
pressure
you.
by your
Yeah.
temples.
It's good too
It
for
doesn't work on me, right?
it's good too for sweat,
I'm just
honestly.
not used to it.
You know what? Honestly, people can wear like hats and then wear my headband underneath.
So you have the Maccabiah games coming up. What's the deal with that? What is it?
Okay. So Maccabiah is once every 4 years. It's a congregation of all different Jewish athletes from all different countries, different sports. Essentially, it's the Jewish Olympics. And it's been a dream of mine to play in these games since I was a little kid. My dad tried qualifying for golf in South Africa to represent the South African team. And he was on the verge of making it. And he made a 9 on the last hole to miss it by 1. And he never got to play in it. So this is a story I grew up with. I always thought I was going to play for soccer. But then as I got older and I became eligible to compete, it's also for juniors, all different age groups. I decided that I was going to try out for golf. And I tried out, 4 years ago exactly, because it was it was postponed a year for COVID. The 2021 games was postponed a year for COVID, so it was in 2022. And so I tried out in 2021. I was 18 years old, and I missed it by 1 shot. So I didn't qualify by 1 shot.
It's like Rocky.
Yeah. And I was pretty devastated. And I had also never been to Israel at the time. So I really, really wanted to go. And then went to college. I ended up doing Birthright in my sophomore year, going to junior year. Best experience of my entire life, hands down. It's like just unbelievably special. And the tryouts came back around this last summer. And I went and I tried out again. And I made a huge effort to go. I was on the fence about doing it. And I missed it by 1 again.
Oh, man.
Or like by really close. I was right on the cusp. But I made a really, really strong effort to show up to the dinner and to be around. And I ended up getting selected as a captain's pick. So I got on the team. So I made it. Didn't matter. I made it. And it was like one of the best moments of like my life was like getting the call that like I'd gotten on the team like officially. So it was a really special moment. And I was really excited for the games that was coming up this year. Supposed to be in Israel. So I was actually supposed to be there right now. But with the recent events and the war going on, they postponed it again, which is obviously the right call. And, like just hope that everything, is okay there next year and we can all have a safe, amazing time. But it's a tough pill to swallow because I was very excited and it was just like, it's going to be a very meaningful experience. But now I have the opportunity to train an extra year.
You're locked in.
We're locked in.
Okay.
So we have another year until they postponed it until 2026. So it'll be 1 year from now. And also like if it didn't get postponed, I wouldn't be here talking with y'all. So that's really cool. And now I have a year to train. And my a new goal is to win gold medal at the Maccabiah games next summer. You heard it here first. I'm going to train so hard because it's one thing. It's a dream come true to be able to compete in it. But to be able to get a medal, and I don't think my game was good enough right now to get a medal, but in a year's time, it might be. So I think it will be really, really cool and special to hopefully next year be able to document that whole experience and also grow my kind of Jewish golfer audience and community, and also just like connect more with other Jewish influencers and creators and the community, because I think that would be a really special thing to document from a player's perspective. And I don't really know how many other content creators will be there and like be documenting it. So I'm really excited for next year and just obviously praying for safety in Israel. But I just wanted to share that because it's going to be really exciting. And I think it's crazy that my dad missed it. I missed it again,
but I
still got there. So, and now, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to come up next year. So
also it's a good pivot from the 365 to the tour.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, they make it on the tour.
No, 100%. Hey, you never know. I still got like I got like less than half left. I don't know. I got like 100 and on day like 185. You never know, man. It's funny. I showed up to a actual PGA Tour qualifier like day like 60. I finished dead last. It was brutal. I was like, all right. I showed up. I finished everything. I finished dead last. It was brutal. But hopefully now I would be I'd do a little better if I played another event.
Love the attitude, dude. I'm so sure we're gonna keep seeing you in the next couple of years.
I
Just be
appreciate
one of
it.
the big dogs. So
I hope so.
good luck with everything. Can't wait for the ride.